And then I want to talk about the roadmap for this client because obviously it's not done. We have still some bug fixes left. The garbled and critical messages system, which I'll mention quickly. The garbled is due to the ordering of messages, it's possible to receive a message before you know the keys for it. So this stores and lets you reuse them. It currently has some bugs. And then critical messages is a system which will ensure that messages which have to be sent are sent, for example, rekey messages. So if they fail, it will store them and resend them the next time the network connects. We currently have a bug in the system called known rounds, which are these buffers that describe what rounds I've not checked if I have messages in yet or not. And then there's various uncommon crashes and errors that we will be working through. It's generally stable. Our integration test passes 9 times out of 10, but errors do happen. We're working on ephemeral IDs, which is the ability to create short-term use identities so that you can contact someone without them knowing who you are. This is required for user discovery. It's in progress, and then user discovery itself is in progress. It's close to done. We obviously want to deploy these various things to the network. We're hoping to do that early to mid-January. We want to bring back in the notification system from AlphaNet. This is a centralized notification system where notifications are sent through Firebase. It's optional, and it's relatively metadata secure, and that doesn't contain contents of messages, and when it sends pings is not one-to-one with when messages are received. As I mentioned before, the rate limiting system currently the rate limiting system is currently a little bit too specific as to which user sent in which batch. We can expand that so it still functions as a functional rate limit to ensure the network can be DDoS, but you don't know which batch it's in over hundreds or thousands of batches. We can increase the round tolerance, which is the tolerance when we plan on it, which is how tolerant it is and how good it is at tracking the network, figuring out which rounds are there. There's still a little bit of wonkiness there. The bloom filter handling, we've got some plans on how to improve it to make it take up less space on the gateways and be able to give you more accurate information as to where you've got messages. We also have plans for gateway mesh networking. One limitation of the current implementation is that you have to contact each gateway directly, and that's not always possible on the internet. You can't always contact all the internet. So the idea that you can route your messages to one gateway from another gateway, that's going to be very important for reliability. And then we want rate limiting also on the IP level so that certain IP addresses can't flood the network even if you've got multiple accounts.